Looking to probably stretch the Keilor defence early. He's got Lee Burke standing alongside him, but we're off and away here. Brown got the first tap down. Bit of a scramble at ground level. There is a mud pit in the middle of the ground. Quick over the back handball. It ends up back with Ty. He just gets a wobbling kick inside 50. Noy had first hands on it for Keilor, and McIntosh did the roving at ground level. Good work by the big man, and now Strathmore have a chance at goal. They go for it. And that's a great goal from the pocket. That is a fantastic goal, and it looked like it was Mitch Purcell. So Strathmore on the board within 25 seconds.
That is a great start by Strathmore, and that is exactly what they would want. That's exactly what Dale May would want. They got the clearance outside straight away. Hamish McIntosh had some wheels on him there. I've never seen him move so quickly. And he got the handball out, and a great finish on the boundary line by Mitch Purcell there.
Yeah, well, it looks like the Strathmore trainer's been doing some good work there with McIntosh there.
Absolutely. So we're back in the middle. It's Andrew Brown who'll do the ruck work again against Ty. This time it was Brown that got the hit out. He went straight down the throat of Kane Barbuto, got it inside 50. Keilor down on the ground now, stood back up, had a shot on goal. Have they replied within 10 seconds? It's a mark, I think, to Dean Galea in the goal square. I believe it will be paid a mark.
Certainly looks like
just
a mark.
Having a look. Yes, it is. So Dean Galea, he's kicked 59 for the season. You can mark this one down. It'll be number 60. He's 2 metres out directly in front. He's the leading goal kicker in the division as Dean Galea comes in and puts Keilor on the board, and scores are level again. A great response by Keilor after Strathmore got that very fast start.
Well, Poz, we said we were hoping for some goals today, and look, we've got 2 within the first minute and a half.
Let's hope they continue then, because and again, it's from the centre clearance.
Yeah, that's it.
Barbuto got it straight out. I think it will. I missed who it was who actually got the ball. I think it might have been Davidson.
Yeah, it was Davidson, yeah.
That got the ball in the forward 50 for Keilor, and he just, I think he was having a shot, but it didn't quite have the legs, and Dean Galea, good contested mark there in the goal square. Yeah,
Galea's a very dangerous player, as we're back in the middle now. We've had a, high-scoring start to this one as Iacobucci picks up the tap, but he is wrapped up immediately by Barbuto, and it's going to be a secondary ball up in the centre of the ground there, as Ty won that one down, but it was straight into the hands of Cartelli, who's had a good season since crossing from Avondale Heights. His kick inside 50 was rushed. Hands off hands. Jamie Papalia looks like he's got a bit of a barrel on the run from outside 50, but it was misdirected in the pocket there. Davidson couldn't get there. It was Dylan Joyce, sorry. Wasn't able to get there, and he's given away a free kick. And it'll be Strathmore ball off half-back.
So Strathmore, first little bit of play where they've just had to stand still for a few minutes. We've had 2 goals kicked in the opening minute and a half. McIntosh leads up on the wing. Went over the top of his head. The handball came out from Purcell. He kicked the first goal. Now it's in the hands of Cartelli, who got round. Just chipped it over the top to Andrew Brown. Gave it back to Cartelli. Missed the handball. And now Strathmore, they can rebound. Along the wing, inside 50, looking for his teammate, but it wasn't a great kick. It advantaged Keilor all the way. And now it will be Isbista who'll go back in the hands of Burke, I think it was, and now Keilor. They've still got the numbers here, but they are fiddling around with it in the back line. Grimer went to meet his opponent, and a small chip was smothered. And that'll be Barbuto that got his hands on it. Tackled immediately. We'll have a ball up about 55 from home for Strathmore.
Yeah, good call, Poz. It looked like Keilor were just over-possessing it a little bit in the back pocket, and Strathmore's forward pressure's been good early. As we have a ball up about 60 metres out from the Strathmore goal, right in front of the contrary position. Vintage tap there by McIntosh, went straight to his teammate, and now it's Horn. Played a bit of a give and go with Iacobucci. His kick inside 50 was looking for Grimer. Wasn't able to hit the target. Tanner did well there, and he clears it, but his kick's intercepted, and the ball will be coming straight back. It looks like Van Meel, who's in the long sleeves today. Interesting choice given the weather. He hit up Ty on the lead. Ty wheeled onto that right boot, played on, looking for Grimer, but Grimer wasn't able to take it, and the ball will just trickle harmlessly over the line, and we're going to have a throw in about 20 metres out from the Strathmore goal with 4.5 minutes gone.
Ty started well. I reckon he was entitled to have a shot then when he wheeled and went. As we have a boundary throw in, 4.5 in. McIntosh just forced his way to the front, and Strathmore, they've got a few numbers, just the bounce eluded them, and on all fours now we'll have a ball up. We're about 40 metres out from the Strathmore goal. They are kicking to the club room end of the ground in this first quarter. McIntosh, another good hit out. but it went straight down the throat there of the Keilor opponent in Linton. And now Keilor, they are away. They send it high and long off one hand and tackled, dispossessed immediately. All of this happening in front of the commentary booth. Davidson picks it up for Keilor, gets a handball or a kick. In fact, it was neither, and the umpire said play on, and there he found a free kick for too high. It's going to go the way of Strathmore, and it will go the way of Josh Halliwell on centre wing.
Yeah, that's right, Pos. Strathmore just seem to have the numbers around the ball at the moment. They've started well as Halliwell's kick is long, just inside 50. Pack flies. Great mark, almost taken there by Gleeson. He got two hands to it as the ball is now in the hands of Lyons, but his kick is out of bounds on the full, and that's going into the club rooms.
No, umpire said he was out when he kicked it, so it'll be a boundary throw-in, actually.
Okay, good call, Pos. I missed that one. So they've probably gotten away with one there, Strathmore. They get a stoppage just outside 50 instead of having Keilor take the ball uncontested. So that is a good thing as the ball is thrown back into play by the umpire. McIntosh is taking this stoppage. He tapped it down really well, and it was taken by Bramley, but he was wrapped up straight away by Jack Kennedy, and it's going to be a ball up.
So McIntosh held on to by Brown. He'll get the free kick as well. Made it a bit too obvious there. Was Andrew Brown. McIntosh from about 55 just sets it up to the top of the goal square. He's looking for his teammate. There's three Keilor players there, and going back, taking the mark in defence there was Noy, who's actually wearing a different number to what we've got on our team sheet here. That's why I couldn't find it. And the ball now found the boundary line. It wasn't a great kick. It's still inside 54 Strathmore. And we are on the outer side of the wing. The van is on the Muskoma Street side of the ground. Normally we are on the other side when we come to Lebanon Reserve, but today Muskoma Street. So the outer side being Strathmore's bench side. Brown just forces McIntosh out of the ruck and again held up. We'll have another ball up about 45 from Strathmore's goal. So a lot of play happening in the forward half for Strathmore at the moment.
Yeah, that's right, Pos. They'll be looking to put another goal on the board soon as Horn gets the clearance. He swings on to his left. Grimer's in position here. Good punch away by Tanner. And the ball's over the line. And yeah, that was a really good effort there from Tanner, who's also had a good season since coming over from Avondale Heights. I mentioned before, Cartelli, an ex-Avondale Heights player, as long as Dean Galea and Tanner being the third. As we've got a ball in about 25-30 metres out from the Strathmore goal. The ball is just living inside forward 50 here for the Moors at the moment, and we have a rush behind, so maybe Keilor will be able to get some forward ball movement going now as it's 1-1-7 Strathmore to Keilor 1-6. We've gone almost 8 minutes in the first quarter here.
And it'll be Guy Barbudo to bring the ball in. He's going to bring it to Muskoma Street side, so the Caravan side as Andrew Brown sticks one hand out, almost plucked it with the second, but Strathmore, they're going to go back inside 50, although it was a good smother by Noy, and now two Strathmore players, they fight over it, and we'll have a ball up about 55 from home. Again, Strathmore able to lock it in their forward half, and that's exactly what they'll want. They don't want Keilor running over the top of them and getting easy possessions. Brown got the knockout. Well, the knockdown, I should say, and again, it looks like we're going to have another stoppage. No, free kick. It's going to go the way of Keilor for too high. It's going to go the way of Kane Barbudo this time. So he's on the half-back flank. He looks up the ground, doesn't see much. He's just going to have to go long and high, and that's what he does. Looking for Brown, who's made good position. He stayed down in the end and did the roving and then got stripped of it. Again, Strathmore, they'll just kick it long along the ground, and that should meet the boundary line. It won't be deliberate. It shouldn't be deliberate. The umpire says throw it in. And that's at about 55 from home, again from Strathmore. So locking it in their forward half as they have for the first 9 minutes of this game.
Yeah, absolutely, Pos. We don't have a time in forward half stat, but if we did, I dare say it would be
98%.
Yeah, it would be very, very lopsided in Strathmore's favour. They just haven't been able to make Keilor pay on the scoreboard as yet, but they'll be hoping to do so now as the ball's thrown in. McIntosh got a hand to it. It's rolling along. Mason Thomas overran. It's picked up by Horn, who did well to evade the tackler, but his handball was just a little bit off target, and it's gone across the line. So we're going to have another ball in. A lot of the play taking place in front of the van, so that's quite handy for us, Pos, as the ball's in again. McIntosh got first hands to it. Tom Gleeson had a snap, but he just hit the wrong side of the ball, and that's gone.
That is in, if anyone knows how the redevelopments here at Strathmore, that is in the Strathmore club rooms. It's gone over the roof of the social club and over behind where Strathmore's club rooms are. So new footy has come into play, and just a chip over into the goal square to Isbister, and now Keilor are going to take it on the outer side to Cartelli. So outside 50 now. They've got the numbers. They've got to make this work. They do. They didn't take the mark, but they've still got the runners, and away they go along centre wing. They chip it in, and that is Dylan Joyce, who'll run inside 50. Who's he got on board? It wasn't a good kick at all. In fact, it was cut off this time by Arrowsmith, and Strathmore should be able to clear on the outer side. In fact, they're already inside the centre square. Yakabuchi dropped one he should have taken, and now running along is the player for Strathmore out of the back line. They're just held up by the Keilor defence, and they'll centre it to Ty, who's got it at centre half back.
Yeah, that's right, Puz. And now they bring it out on the switch to this broadcast wing. And I think that's Brad Mangan. He's a big man, and he just got around a would-be tackler quite easily. Well, he actually ran through the would-be tackler. Too slow to dispose of the ball there was Bramley, and that was a really good tackle there by Ryan Bathy. And he's going to win the free kick on halfback for Keilor, and now got it out to Barbudo. Barbudo played on straight away, got the handball out to Linton. Linton tried to draw the tackler before kicking it over his head. Good mark was not paid in the end to Gordis. It looked like he had all of that one. I'm surprised that wasn't paid, and he wasn't too happy about it. And the umpire's picked out a free. It's going the way of Strathmore, and that's big Shawnee Ty's taken the mark in the middle of the ground.
So Sean Ty, he's just inside the centre square. He's just going to go out wide and find Grimer, and he does on the lead. That's Todd Grimer. So centre wing, chips it, not a good kick. Sat it up, but good enough was Yakabuchi. Again, all of this happening in front of the commentary van. Again, it wasn't a great kick, but it worked. Still, this time it's Cecilia, I think it is. My pronunciation may not be great. Goes into centre of the back 50. But in the end, it was Noy who took the mark, and he's going to come out wide. And Keilor, they've got a few numbers here, and the first one is Papalia that'll take it in the back pocket.
Yeah, I think I'll be going with Chichula on that one, Poz, but we'll just, it'll be a bit of a guessing game with that one. As the ball is long on the wing, Bathy did some good body work there, wasn't able to take the mark though, but he was able to get a handball out to his teammate in Davidson, and he kicked it long, inside 50, Galea got first hands to it, but his opponent did a good job to get the ball away. Linton picked it up, but he had nowhere to go with it. He's actually legged, apparently, by the umpire said. So Linton's just going to pump it long inside 50 to the top of the square. Brown is there, and he hasn't taken that one in the end. He did pretty well to get both hands to it. And now Arrowsmith is going to get the clearing kick, but it's coming straight back. It's Mason Thomas who's going to pump it inside 50.
So Thomas, inside 50, again, not a great kick. So the disposal's letting them down at the moment, going inside 50 for Keilor, keeping it alive from the boundary line, hitting the post there. So it wasn't a bad choice. Went the banana, couldn't quite make it work. And again, scores are level. It is 1-1-7 apiece. We have travelled almost 13 minutes into this opening quarter, and after 2 goals were kicked in the first minute and a half, we haven't had another one for almost 11 minutes now.
As Strathmore have taken the kick into half-back, where Yakabuchi has taken the mark on the far side of the ground. He's just doesn't have much to go to, so he's just going to kick it along up the line, where a good mark is taken there by, looked like it was Tom Gleeson. His handball was off target though, forced Bramley to tackle, and he tackled high. So now Keilor are going to get the ball moving forward again. It's Bathy who has it. He has Linton running on the outside wanting a handball, but he's ignored. So no one mans a mark in the end, so he's able to run a fair way, kicks it long to the goal square. Galea's there. No, sorry, Brown it was. But it was thumped through for a rush behind, and Keilor have taken the lead. Now it's a 1-point game. We've almost travelled 14 minutes.
Yeah, so as I said, 2 goals in the first 90 seconds. We're getting excited, and it's been a stalemate ever since.
Yeah.
So it is 1-2-8 to 1-1-7. Keilor just getting on top in the last couple of minutes in possession and getting entries inside 50. It's just that disposal going in that they'll want to clean up, as Strathmore now will bring it in from the kick-in. They'll look for McIntosh, couldn't get it. And that could be a free kick, or did he play on? He played on, so it won't be a free kick. It'll just be a boundary throw-in. And that's all happening just next to Mick McGuan and his men there on the bench. Boundary throw-in. It's going to be McIntosh. They'll do the ruck work. He'll get the knockdown for them in front of Putt there, as the ball just goes about 15 metres up in the air. Wasn't far enough. Coming out was Joyce on the left. Could have been holding the man there to the man from Keilor. And now Cartelli gathered, got round 1, got round 2, sent it on the way. It was a wobbly old kick. Brown in front, dropped the mark, then called for the free kick, not going. So Strathmore, they got the numbers, could be able to clear, although Brown somehow managed to get it, gave it to Keilor, snapped on his right along the ground, and Dean Keilor, he's got his second for the afternoon. He's got Keilor's second. They moved to 2-2-14. Strathmore 1-1-7. We've travelled 15 into this opening quarter, and a goal out of absolutely nothing there for Keilor.
Yeah, well, Mick McGuan will be... He'll be a lot happier with his team's effort over the last probably 5 or 6 minutes. Plus, as you said, the ball has just been in their forward half for a bit longer, and they've been able to kick a goal, which Strathmore wasn't able to do when they had the ascendancy and the ball living inside their forward 50. So Mick McGuan will be happy, but Dale May might be a little bit annoyed with his team as we're back in the middle. McIntosh to take this centre bounce. He didn't jump, but he still won it down. Hard's got a handball out to his captain in Joyce. Joyce inside 50. Mark taken by Ryan Bathy. Looks like he's just inside 50, and he's pretty confident he's going back and he's going to have a shot.
Yeah, have a shot from there, surely.
Well, it was a really nice hit up there from Dylan Joyce, wasn't it?
Just shows how important centre clearances are. They are enormous if you get a nice clean one.
Absolutely, and Joyce was able to do that there as Bathy is coming in for a shot at goal. It looks okay off the boot, but it's just drifting to the left.
Nope.
Oh, no, goal umpire's going to pay it.
Nope.
Well, looked like...
Swung after the goals after it went through there.
Looked like it was missing from my angle, but doesn't matter because it's a goal to Ryan Bathy, and Keilor have a 13-point lead now.
Yeah, so handy few minutes here and a couple of goals there. Strathmore, as you said just before that that bounce, Dale may not be too impressed now. They really, you could almost say, won the quarter, even though it had only been going for 15 minutes. They'd held Keilor up, and now they find themselves 13 points adrift as back in the middle, and putt went up, got the hit out, then got the clearance, and sat it on the top of Gordis' head. He couldn't take the mark, and just streaming out of defence is Arrow Smith for Strathmore, and he'll send it long and wide. Hit his target. It was a good kick to Mitch Purcell. Strathmore's only goal kicker at the moment. He's on centre wing. He'll just chip it over the top to forward 50, and out in front couldn't quite take it. It wasn't a bad effort that time by Gleeson. The umpires found a free kick for holding the man. It's going to go the way of Keilor on the half-back flank. They'll go the switch, and they'll bring it back. They'll find Noy. He'll go wider. This time over to Ogden in defensive 50. Sits it up really high, but it's good enough. Just force the ball to the ground. Ogden, he's got the handball back and goes inboard. Sits it up again. But at least they're hitting the targets this time, and this time it is in the hands of Hards. He's going to go across the ground. It's a risky kick. It's not going to pay off. It's cut off in the end by Strathmore, and that there I think was Gleeson that took the mark. And then running out of defence, coming through the centre square. He's got not much to kick to, so he's just going to put it in the path of Grimer, who can run onto it. One bounce, two bounces. Can he get a boot to it over the top of the head? Inspired by Euro 2016, although the competition has finished, Grimer's kicked one out of midair over the top of his head. And Strathmore, they've got their second on the board. They move to 2-1-13. They trail Keilor 3-2-20. We've travelled 18 minutes in this opening quarter. And let's just give that goal of the day for the time being. We may see a better one, but I think that was very well done by Todd Grimer.
No, it was a fantastic goal, and Strathmore really needed that one because Keilor had just started to take over this game. And it was Andrew Horn who set that one up with the kick towards the goal square, and he started really well for Keilor early on, so he's a key player for them today. As we're back in the middle, Horn, that man again, we've got first hands on it, but it ended up with Brown, and he got a quick kick away, but it was only as far as Ash Arrow Smith, who, of course, won the hoodie last time we saw Strathmore against Essendon Due to Stars 3 weeks ago. So he'll be looking to have another good game today as we have a stoppage, and it's Horn again. His handball was intercepted, though, by Barbudo. His kick was a wobbler. It was taken by Marcus Stapleton, who was able to get the ball moving forward. Probably lucky in the end, it ended up in the hands of Alistair Ray. He tried to get it off to Purcell, but he was tackled. And now Keilor should be able to get away, although the ball, just the kick missed its target there. And now that man, who is it, Ogden, has a bit of work to do. And he's able to hit up a target there in Jack Davidson.
Davidson, he'll wheel around on the right, look inside 50, not a good kick because it's a 2-on-1 in favour of Strathmore. They got the numbers on the ground, although running onto it was really well done by Dylan Joyce. Sat it up to the top of the goal square. Galea taken out of it, went to ground, and now Strathmore, they collect. They're tackled immediately, and the umpire will come in and ball it up about 3 metres out from the Keilor goal. It is Keilor, 7 points up. Almost 20 minutes gone in this opening quarter. McIntosh just puts it down to his feet and lets his crummers do the rest. Kicked off the ground. Yakabuchi will try and run onto this one. Won't get there in time. The boundary line will beat all comers, and we'll have a boundary throw in. We're probably about 45 metres out, just near the cricket nets here at Lebanon Reserve.
So we're just about to tick into time on here in quarter number 1 here at Lebanon Reserve. As the ball comes back in, McIntosh had front position. The throw fell a bit short. He was able to get first hands to it, but he couldn't really do anything with it as the ball is back out of bounds in front of the cricket nets here. And, well, we'll do it all again, about 30 metres out from the Keilor goal. As the ball comes back in, McIntosh first hands to it again. Horn wasn't able to get a clean handle on that one. Clearing kick from a Keilor player. A bit of chaos caused there in the goal square. And in the end, Stapleton's done pretty well to just see that one over the line. He was under intense pressure from Gordis. But Keilor have been able to work it forward, and they have a ball up about a ball in about 10 metres from goal. McIntosh was able to take that one pretty easily. Got a big handball away though. Not sure if that was a decision. Probably needed to kick. Ends up with Gordis. He goes long. And, well, Stapleton was able to get a punch to that one, but it looked like it was coming back for a goal. And in the end, well, that's a goal-saving effort there from Marcus Stapleton. Has rushed through for a behind, so Keilor have an 8-point lead now.
It was a good effort. Kicking goes to Yakabuchi. It's over the top of his head. Running onto it, Barbudo got the handball out and now run down. It was a great tackle. Didn't get the kick away. It's going to be a Strathmore free kick. They're going to take the advantage and they'll run on. This time it looks like it's Jordan out wide. Chip it over the top. Just hit his target on the outer side of the ground, right in front of the Strathmore bench. As we said, they trail by 8 points at the moment. Doesn't have much to kick to. Keilor seem to have got the numbers back, and Andrew Brand is one of those numbers, although they still managed to find target. Although the umpire, no, he has paid the mark. I thought he paid a free kick there for the time being, and Jordan has got it. He's about 60 metres out. He'll chip it inside, looking for Grimer or McIntosh. One of the two. They both went up. Neither touched it. Keilor have got the numbers on the ground. They should be able to clear this one out. Maybe went the wrong direction there. He had a loose man in the other direction. Grimer still on the ground, partly smothered that ball as it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in about 40 metres out from the Strathmore goal. And it is Grimer who I think has gotten up a bit gingerly after that contest inside forward 50.
Yeah, you're right, Ploz. He's just having the trainers just having a look at him at the moment. As the ball comes back into play, McIntosh with two hands was able to get that one down. Ball inside 50, but the mark's taken by Burke. Apparently was touched off the boot, so it's play on. And Burke just goes long to the centre of the ground. He's looking for Gordis. Stapleton did well to get a fist onto that one. And Strathmore had the numbers at ground level, but they weren't able to do anything with it. It was Kennedy who picked it up. Galea and Andrew Van Meel both went to ground. Not too sure what happened there, but Van Meel recovered quickest. Got a handball out to Mangan. He's had to walk past a couple of tacklers, which he was able to do, and he got it back to Horn. And now Horn has hit up Joel Cusack, and he has the ball just short of centre-half back, and, well, Strathmore should be able to clear here.
So they'll clear as Todd Grimer makes his way off the ground. He's not looking good at all. He's on his haunches and really struggling to walk. So that'll be a blow for Strathmore if they're a man down already as they make their way towards the forward 50, but Keilor are good enough to clear this one out. It'll be Noy that'll gather. He should be able to pop it over the top to Cartelli, who seems to be a loose man in defence every time he's had a touch today. Andrew Brown now running off McIntosh. Takes the mark, gets the handball away, and now Keilor along the centre wing. Over to Barbudo. That's Kane. He hits up his teammate, and now running onto the ball is Alice. Alice sends it long to the top of the goal square. Where's Galea? He's on the ground again. He's going to get a free kick for holding the man. Maybe that's why he was on the ground, because he was thrown to the ground. And Dangalea is going to go back, have a shot for his third of the afternoon. And we haven't even reached quarter time yet. So, again, it'll be top of the goal square. And Dangalea will put through his third as he makes his way in 5 metres out. Pops it through, and Keilor, they've got their fourth. They move to 4-3-27. Strathmore 2-1-13. We have travelled just over 24 minutes in this opening quarter.
Well, Galea, as well as he's done so many times this year, he's just creating a lot of headaches for the opposing backline. And Andrew Van Meel has just panicked a couple of times. Looks like he's brought Galea to ground a couple of times when they've had one-on-one contests. They might need to look at getting a permanent second defender, maybe to play 5 or 10 metres in front, because he's causing a lot of issues at the moment. He's got 3 already, and we've not even played 25 minutes. So he could be in line for a big day, Dingalia.
We're back in the middle. Ty took it out of the ruck. Brown just let him go. So Ty slammed it inside 50, looking for his teammate in McIntosh, who's gone forward this time, but Noy, he'll clear for Keilor, and again, he'll get it out to Ogden, who'll put the wheels on, couldn't quite get away, but got the handball away. It was good enough, and he found Hards, who sent it long along the wing, and this time they're on the outer side, so they're playing the Strathmore side of the ground on this occasion, and we'll have a free kick. It's going to go the way of Strathmore. I think he gave him a bit of a shove in the back after the ball was dead, so it's going to be a free kick to Strathmore. And Mick McGuan won't be happy with that, as they'll now run it out of defence. And look up, it wasn't a great kick, as he had a few loose men closer, went the longer option. But Strathmore, they can make this work if they can get their hands on the ball. And it's going to be all tied up at about 55 out from their goal. They'll want to get one late. We're just about to tick over into the 26th minute of this opening quarter.
Yeah, that's right, Pos. They'll want to try and get a goal here to keep it close. And they've got the clearance here, but the umpire's picked out a free, and it's going the way of Keilor. So that's disappointing for Dale May and the Strathmore players, because they might have had a chance to get a goal there, but instead it'll be Brown just chipping it out wide. Looks like it's Cartelli who has the ball. Sorry, it was Ryan Hards. He went long up the wing.
It's good mark.
Yeah, Hellawell was the only one who really flew in the end. There was a little bit of a pack there, but Hellawell took the mark in the end. He's kicking the centre of the ground, is dropped. Dangerous territory here. Rule dropped that one, but they're able to work it out through Mangan. He just fends off another tackler. He's done that, I think, 3 or 4 times already in this one, and they're able to find Ty on the wing, who's gotten off to a pretty good start for Strathmore. His kick is over the head of its target in Alistair Ray, and now Keilor have the numbers here at ground level, and Guy Barbuto is just going to watch that one roll over the line. How about Brad Mangan? He's a big boy.
He is. He's going the fend off a few times today, so don't want to be on the end of one of those, as we'll have a boundary thrown right in front of the Keilor bench. Andrew Brown makes front position, got the hit out, then crumbed his own ruck work. Brilliantly done. Went on the left, went a bit wide, might stay in, does stay in. But it was a free kick for a push there. It's going to go the way of Mangan. So he's on the half-back flank, right on the boundary line. He might just chip this one over the top. No, he's going to go longer. Pack forms, a big pack forms, and the big fist comes from Tanner from the back. It went straight down the throat of Horn, who sends inside 50, looking for McIntosh. Great body work there. He's too tall there for his opponent in Burke, and he just used his body perfectly. He knew if he could just fend off him or just push off him legally, he had that, and he took a nice contested mark. He's about 40 metres out, a little bit better than a 45-degree angle. As we're about to tick over into the 28th minute of the opening quarter, this would be very, very handy for Strathmore. As Hamish McIntosh makes his way in. Hasn't kicked one today, but he's played all right in the ruck so far. He'll kick from 50. It's pretty straight. The umpire barely moves an inch. And Hamish McIntosh, he's got his first of the afternoon. Strathmore, they've got their third. They're 3-1-19. They trail Keilor 4-3-27. We have travelled just over 28 in the opening quarter.
Yeah, it was a great mark by McIntosh, Pos, as you said. And with no Matt Little out there today, they're probably going to need Big Hamish to step up and kick a few goals, because...
And Grimer hasn't come back out. I can't see him out there at the moment. So
no, he's not out there.
He's definitely not out there at the moment, so they may be one down in the forward line.
From the restart, it was Dylan Joyce who got the first kick. Went forward, Galea moving up the ground, was able to get a hand on it, but he couldn't do much with it. Ended up in the hands of a Strathmore player, and he is tackled, and it's going to be a ball up, probably just Keilor's side of the centre circles here, as Ty's done a lot of the ruck work. Just took that one out of the ruck and kicked it long. He was looking for Horn, a good fist in there by Isbister, and then he followed up his own work, but he's absolutely dumped by Tom Gleeson. That was a huge tackle.
It's a good tackle because he was moving. You had to stop him. He
was like a freight train there.
And back right in the middle of the ground, all of this occurring, another ball up, and it's just moved forward for Keilor. Off the ground, could have been in danger. It will be in danger. You don't see that one very often, but that certainly was. It'll be a free kick. This time it'll go the way there of... Sorry, I missed who that was that actually got the free
Folds.
kick. I think it was Folds. Ball inside 50, making front position was Jordan. Couldn't bring it to ground. And again, Keilor, they just got loose numbers when the ball hits the deck. And taking the mark inside defence is Alice. He will go long along the boundary line. We're just about to tick over to the 30-minute mark. In fact, there's the siren. And so at quarter time, it is Keilor 4-3-27, Strathmore 3-1-19. A close opening quarter. We had a couple of goals kicked in the first 90 seconds, then a stalemate, and then a few more goals kicked in that last 10 minutes. Peps, second quarter underway.
Yeah, you're right, Pos, and it'll be Ty and Brown once again in the ruck. McIntosh starting forward as he's done a lot today. He spent a lot of time in that forward 50, but it's all Keilor here at this stoppage. They're able to get the first clear possession of the quarter. A bit of a cruel bounce there. It ended up in the hands of Folds, and he handballed it out to Butler, but he was tackled and he handballed it to Kane Barbudo. And now it's Ogden here on the wing. They don't have anything to kick to Keilor at the moment, but an option presents itself, and the mark is taken there by Jack Kennedy. He's looking to go short towards 50. Mark's taken there on half forward by Ryan Bathy. He's just going to swing onto his right boot and pump it long inside 50s. Galea's got two on him. Mark not taken in the end by Gordis. He jumped up, but he's able to get to rove his own work. Got it. His kick was smothered. His shot on goal. And now Strathmore through Yakabuchi, who evades a couple of tacklers, but he's caught eventually. He got a quick handball out, but it was only as far as Nick Davidson for Keilor, and he's going to have a shot, but it's out on the full. And, well, they've gotten away with one there, Strathmore.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. That's right.
Gordis is very stiff. Thought he may have held on to that one. For him to even crom that, get back up and have a shot on goal was amazing. So it'll be a free kick to Strathmore. It's going to be Arrowsmith that'll bring it in from the back pocket. He'll go out of sight. Andrew Brown made front position, but just reaching over the top of Andrew Brown somehow, if you can manage to do that, was Ty, and he'll just chip it over the top, and this time he hits Fold, so he goes long along the ground, and now McIntosh leads up, takes a good mark out in front. He's about 60 from home. So what have they got inside forward 50? Just pops it to the top, looking for a teammate, cutting over the top was Tanner, didn't quite get a fist to it, and now snapping on the right, not getting a good purchase on it. In fact, it was smothered. Horn now looking for the handball. Goes right, goes left, goes back to his left, and then it goes on the ground, shrugging the tackle along the ground, and Keilor. They've got the numbers. They'll switch, and they should be able to clear outside defensive 50, although there isn't a whole lot to go to. And Ogden is now just going to run around in circles and eventually hit up Gordis on centre wing. Yeah, that's right, Pos. He kind of made something out of nothing there, did Ogden, as Gordis looks inboard and he's able to hit up his captain in Joyce. And now his kick is to the centre square, and Papali is just going to kick long inside 50. He's looking for Brown or Galea. Brown got a hand to it, but Galea picked it up, swung onto his left, and that's number 4 for Dean Galea. Well, he's on fire so far today, isn't he, Pos? He's looking ominous. And I'm not sure whether you may have seen this, because you're probably obviously watching the play leading into that. Dean Galea slipped over, hit the deck, actually went down, had to get back up, and still managed to get the handball received there and work his way onto his left for that. So he's hit the deck a few times today, and I think all 4 times he's hit the deck, all 4 times he's gotten back up and kicked a goal. So that was really well played there by him. He just snapped on his left. He's pretty good on both sides there, and an easy one from 20 out on the opposite side. So 4 already. 3 minutes into the second quarter. Ominous signs for Strathmore and for Dean Galea's opponent. Back in the middle, Ty and Brown. Ty won it down, not to real any advantage. And again, another kicking in danger. It's going to go the way of Strathmore, and they've just got to be careful. Andrew Brown that time just got in the way of Chiller, is what we're going with. We don't know if it's right. He'll go forward, and running on to that was Bramley, inside 50, and he just hits up a teammate on the chest. It was really, really nicely played. And that man there was Gleeson. We've got some live scores coming through. So Gleeson will take his shot on goal. He's about 25 out directly in front. This to get Strathmore's 4th of the afternoon. Bring that back to an 8-point deficit. As Gleeson, Tom Gleeson starts it out right and just works its way beautifully straight through the middle. And Tom Gleeson, he's got his 1st of the afternoon. Strathmore have got their 4th. 4-1-25 Keilor, 5-3-33. We've travelled 4 minutes into the second quarter. Peps, live scores around the ground. Yeah, that's right, Pos. We've just had some Premier Division scores come through.
And, well, an interesting one early on, Avondale Heights leading Essendon Doodle Stars by 14 points. It's 6-3, 39 to 4-1, 25. Greenvale took an early lead against Airport West. They lead it by 21 points. And Pascoe Vale trailing Marby Park at quarter time by 17 points. And Aberfeldy have gotten out to an early lead over West Coburg.
So, some few interesting scores there, and straight out of the middle, it's going to be Chiller for Strathmore, who send it long, and there's 3-on-1 in favour of Keilor, and Keilor, of course, you'll win that if you're a 3-on-1. Thomas, he robes it beautifully, goes out wide, and now Keilor have got the loose numbers on the bounce, takes it beautifully, just chips it over the top. He's just got to sit under it, wait, and he does. Held on to there for a moment was Papalia, running on for the handball was Barbudo, who went into the centre square. It wasn't a good kick, and in the end, McIntosh got it over to Chichilla, who runs into defensive 50, sells some candy around Barbudo. Always like seeing players sell some candy. It's going to be down the field, free kick, dropped as advantage paid, and McIntosh somehow on the wing runs inside, or sorry, I should say kicks inside 50, but Keilor, they've got the numbers. Although tackled immediately when he picked it up, he actually slipped over, and it's going to be a free kick for holding the ball. That's a big call there by the umpire, but I suppose in the end he did have that prior opportunity, just happened to slip over and not get the handball out, and it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Brendan Butler. He's going to have a shot on goal from almost the exact same spot that Tom Gleeson kicked his goal from about 2 minutes ago. So Brendan Butler comes in from 35 metres out, starts it right and works it left, and it's gone through for one behind. So Strathmore moved to 4-2-26. They trailed Keilor 5-3-33. We've travelled 6 minutes in the second quarter.
That's right, Pause, as Keilor looking to bring the ball in. They play on, run their full measure. No one was on the mark for Strathmore. That's pretty poor. As kick goes along to the wing, Burke had a bit of a falcon and wasn't able to take the mark. Now it's Stapleton. He's got a bit of a problem as he's wrapped up. And it's just going to be a ball up here on the wing. We're on the Commentary side of the ground, which is the Muskoma Street side of the ground today. As we have another scramble of this stoppage, and we're going to have another ball up.
We've got a few more live scores coming through from Division 1. Craigieburn, they lead by 27 points over Northern Saints at quarter time. Hillside, they're doing a job on Hadfield at the moment. They're 34 points up. Peps?
As I'll just cut you off there, Pause, we had a drop mark there from Gordis. He's been stiff a couple of times with some marking decisions today, but now it's Keilor. They're streaming inside 50. The kick, well, Arrowsmith could have marked that one. He went for the punch instead, but it should work out okay because it's in the hands of Purcell, and now it's Folds. He kicks long to the wing. He was looking for Lyons, but it went over his head. He's able to gather on the bounce and kick it long towards half forward. It's a high ball. Keilor had the numbers, and they won the contest as you'd expect with a punch away. And now they're just looking to get it moving along that outer wing, and the kick was over the head of Mitchell Ellis, and it's out of bounds right in front of the timekeeper's box there. So
back to live scores. Oak Park 139, Tullamarine 2 behind, so a low-scoring game there between those two. And Glenroy 4-4-28, Taylor's Lakes 1-1-7 at quarter time. Division 2 coming up in one moment.
As Strathmore are able to take it away from the stoppage. The ball is in the middle of the ground in the mud pit there. It's Dean Bramley. His kick was looking for a teammate there in Gleeson. He was able to take the mark about 60 metres out. He immediately goes to his right boot. He's looking for Ty. He had two bites of the cherry, but he couldn't take it. Rosie's work at ground level. And he had a shot on the boundary, and luckily Mason Thomas was there for Keilor, and he was able to take the mark. And now Keilor, well, they've dropped a mark there, one they probably should have taken. They've got time, though. Ball is kicked towards Noy, and it's off hands, out of bounds.
And in Division 2 at quarter time, Burnside Heights 2-1-13, Jacana 7-2-44, Coburg Districts 5 straight 30, East Keilor 2-5-17, Keilor Park 5-5-35, East Sunbury 1-2-8, and Roxburgh Park 3-2-20, Moonee Valley 2-2-14. They are all the quarter time scores. You can get those online or via Team App at EDFL, also Twitter and on Facebook. Back to the play, Michael Pepicelli.
As a centering kick from Gleeson inside 50, no mark taken. Bit of a scramble at ground level, but Keilor eventually able to get a clearing kick away. And Nick Davidson tried to hit a target with the handball, but he wasn't able to. Horn doing some good work at ground level, got it out to Hellawell. he was tackled as he kicked, and it was Guy Barbudo, who took the mark on half-back, and Keilor will get it moving forward.
Guy Barbudo just chips it over the top, hits up Cartelli. So on the boundary line, just 20 metres, 30 metres up from the bench. He's going to go long. He had a lead there from Bathy, ignored that. Going up was Gordis, didn't get near it, and McIntosh couldn't quite take the mark. In the end, we'll have a boundary throw-in right in front of the Keilor bench. We have travelled almost 10 minutes into this second quarter. It's Putt and McIntosh made front position, and in the end, there's a big pack that's formed. I think just put one hand in and almost plucked it out from there, but that was about it. Ball went forward, running onto it and putting the wheels on very quick. Ran a fair way, got away with that one. Andrew Brown, two Strathmore players collide inside defensive 50. They both get up, which is good news. We'll have a boundary throw in inside 50 for Keilor. They lead this one by 7 points at the moment. It's a bit of a stalemate as we speak in these last couple of minutes.
That's right, Plus. The ball comes back into play. Brown just slapped that one forward, and O'Loughlin was the first man to it for Strathmore, but he's tackled by Dylan Joyce, and we'll have another ball up as Brown again won that one down. He was looking to put it in the path of Kane Barbudo, but Hellawell just did well to chop that one off, because that could have been a scoring opportunity. And it's over the line again where, well, Keilor moving it forward. They're about 20 metres out from goal now. They're right in front of the scoreboard, which reads Keilor leading 5-3-33 to 4-2-26. They'll be looking to add to that total here, but it's Strathmore who are able to take the ball away with the clearance. Mangan just couldn't get a hand on that one. He wasn't able to mark it. Now Hards shows a bit of poise, looks for Brown inside 50. Wasn't able to take the mark, but there is a whistle, and it's going to Galea. He ended up on the ground again. This time he wasn't able to pick it up and snap it, but he didn't need to because he's got the free kick. And, well, Dan Galea, we've only played 11 and a half minutes in the second quarter, and he's going back for his fifth.
This is...
it's actually Gordis, sorry.
No, it's not.
Sorry, a bit of confusion.
So don't take it off Galea, he'll be shattered.
Commentators and players alike confused, but we have a solution now. It's in the hands of Galea, and, well, he's only about 30 metres out directly in front. You'd expect him to put this one through.
And now
we've had enough for a while. It's 50, and, well, Galea's going to get his third from the goal square, I think.
Oh, he kicked one along the ground from the top of the goal square during general play.
He puts it through.
He kicked two from the goal square, so you could just about say all of them have been from there.
Wow, and, well, Dean Galea has 5. Keilor lead 13 points now, 6-3-39 to 4-2-26, and, well, we're not even halfway through the second quarter, Pos.
In saying that, he's kicked 5 goals, but they only lead by 13 points. Generally, when the key forwards kicked 5 goals in the second quarter, you might think they might be 5 goals up, but Strathmore are hanging in there. They're getting a wide spread of goal kickers. Keilor have had 2 goal kickers, but still lead this by 13 points. Up goes Putt, up goes Ty. Umpire calls a shepherd or a block, and it's going to go the way of Putt for Keilor. So he'll send it inside 50, goes long, looking for Galea. What's going to happen? Goes up, almost takes a contested mark. He held onto it for a very long time, then lays a tackle. Eventually did a 360, ball came out, and now Strathmore, they're away through Yakabuchi. Umpire has found a free kick. Is it going down the field or is it going the way of Keilor? I think it might be going down the field. And it's not going to be advantage, although Purcell wanted it.
They were away, Strathmore.
They were, and it's going to be a free kick as Dean Galea and the umpire just have a little chat just about what the free kick may have been about.
I think he thinks he might have taken that mark before, Pos.
He may have. So, Purcell, he gets the ball again, goes out wide, finds his teammate running inside 50, just chips it over the top. It's a high ball, but holding on to it. I think that might have been Horn that has taken the mark. And for a small player, that's a very, very good contested mark there inside 50, and he can go back and kick Strathmore's 5th and get them back within 7 points.
He's been good today, Horn.
He has. He had a really good opening quarter, and then sort of maybe towards the end of it just drifted out of a bit, as all players do at some point. In fact, it's not even Horn.
It's not even Horn.
It's Nathan Lyons. Horn still had a very good game.
Yeah, he has been good.
So Nathan Lyons, I was sure it looked like Horn, and I can see Horn standing right in front of us now. So Nathan Lyons comes in from about 35, 45-degree angle, starts it right. Umpire moves to the left, but it's snuck through, and Strathmore They've got their fifth. They move to 5-2-32. Keilor, they are 6-3-39. We've travelled just over 14 minutes in this second quarter, and it is goal for goal at the moment. And Galee's kicking all of Keilor's, and Strathmore are spreading them around, all players at the moment.
Well, if Strathmore are able to stop Keilor, they probably give themselves a really good chance of winning this one, because Keilor have only kicked the one goal outside of Big Dean Keilor, so they'll be looking to stop him. As well, we're back in the middle now. It's Ty and Putt to go at it. Putt won it down easily, collected his own tap. He was tackled. He was lucky to not give away holding the ball there, and wrapped up there by Joyce was Yakabuchi, and it's going to be another ball up. Putt and Ty again go at it at ground level. A lot of players trying to get a clean handle on it. They're not able to until now, and it's going to be another ball up. I think that was Joel Cusack. Just got a little bit of attention from the big ruckman Dean Putt afterwards, but nothing untoward happens there. Umpires picked out a free here, and it's going the way of Strathmore, so there might be a chance to get another one here. Sean Ty is going to just handball it back to that man in Cusack, who with the left foot kick towards half forward. Yep. He's able to find his teammate Adam Yakabuchi, and he's about 60 metres out from goal, so he's just going to pop it up to the pocket. McIntosh had to go against two. He was able to get a hand to it, but he just couldn't take a mark. And at ground level, a lot of bodies just flying in, trying to get the ball. And the ball's gone over the line in the end. And, well, 16 minutes gone. Keilor still leading by 7 points.
So a boundary throw-in, or it might be a ball up. In fact, it's a ball up just near the cricket nets here at Lebanon Reserve. We're inside forward 50 for Strathmore. Right on the boundary line, it's going to be Keilor that get the kick away outside defensive 50, almost taking a contested mark. In fact, it's going to be a free kick. So, free kick to Strathmore. Send it back inside forward 50. It's a crowd of 50 looking at it from here. So he's going to have to just pop it up, and he does. McIntosh makes his way over. He's not going to fly for it. Keilor made front position in Noi, and they're going to run away with the ball outside defensive 50. They've got a few loose numbers. They'll go over the top. And now, on the wing, they've got the numbers. It's a misdirected kick, and just putting the fist in there. Didn't want to go the mark. He just put the fist in, was Halliwell. He got a free kick as well for it. It's happening right in front of the Keilor bench. Dean Keilor just gave him a bit of attention during that
He's hurt Halliwell.
Contested position, and is he going to take the possession? Free kick. He might just have to give the handball off to O'Loughlin, but he takes it anyway. So Halliwell can't really kick, and that kick sort of explains it, although we got to Ty in the end, who just sends a long handball all the way back to Arrowsmith. Inside the centre square, I should say, Yakabuchi right in the middle of the ground. Goes out wide. This time he's looking for Horn, and Horn, that time it was Horn, he didn't take the mark. Could have been pushed in the back, and Keilor again, although cut off, smothered. All of the above as Horn again gathers, gave it to Yakabuchi onto the right, snapped forward 50, looking for McIntosh, couldn't quite take it. And now he lays a good tackle and holds the ball up. We'll have a ball up all of 15 metres out from the Strathmore goal.
Yeah, well, McIntosh just wasn't able to take that one, as we're back in play from the stoppage. No one able to really get their hands on it, and players are wrapped up amongst one another, and we're going to have another ball up. It's one down there by McIntosh. Keilor player sharked it, but wrapped up again. And we have another ball up. Keilor just seemed to have a few more numbers around this stoppage, which might help them clear, and or it could just create more congestion, which it has, and there's going to be another ball up. So Keilor still leading it by 7 points at the moment. We're almost ticking into time on in quarter number 2. McIntosh won that one down, and we're finally able to get a clear passage of play. Van Meel got the fist on that one, but the ball's in the middle of the ground. Keilor had the numbers. It was just overrun there by Gordis. O'Loughlin got a handball out to Horn, who got a handball out to Van Meel. It was Stapleton. His kick towards half forward was punched away, and not too much doing there at ground level, and it's going to be another ball up.
So a lot of stoppages.
The last couple of minutes, we've had a lot of stoppages, nothing really clear happening, and looks like we're going to get another stoppage here. So Strathmore have the ball It's opposite side of the ground to us in commentary position, and it looks like it's just inside 50 for the Moors as Yakabuchi is able to fend off a tackler, but ball ends up over the line this time. So instead of a ball up, we're going to have a ball in front of the cricket nets here.
Yeah, so it is Keilor leading this one by 7 points as boundary umpire throws it back in out of mid-air, and I think it's going to be in danger, the third one for the day. I remember when the first one was paid, I said you don't see them very often. We've seen 3 in a quarter and a half, and it's going to be a Keilor free kick inside defensive 50. He'll just chip it over the top and find Papalia. And he's just going to go along the wing, and waiting back, probably should have gone for it, although not being able to take the mark there was Hallowell. He eventually got some form of a handball out, and now running onto it was Cartelli for Keilor. Got a kick forward, looking for Gordis, although I think both players maybe thought a whistle had gone because they sort of just seemed to stop there. And now Strathmore, they've got the numbers, although working really well there for Keilor and being able to hold it up. I think it was Gordis who came back in to help, and it'll be a ball up right on the 50-metre arc for Keilor. They're on the outer side of the ground. They lead this one by 7 points as Ty got the hit out and tackled immediately. There was the Strathmore player as he just gets up off the ground. Looked like that was Butler there. As again, Keilor, they've got the numbers over the top. Gordis on his right. Brown couldn't quite get to it. It's just gone to the right of goal and through for one behind for Keilor. They move to 6-4-40. Strathmore 5-2-32. We've travelled 21 minutes, second quarter.
So it'll be Arrowsmith to kick this one in for Strathmore, and he does well. He's able to find a target on defensive 50 there in Stapleton. He gets the ball out wide, and now they're running Strathmore. That's Mitch Purcell, who's just showing a bit of pace on the outer wing here. Takes a third bounce, goes inside 50. Has he got a marking target? Well, Grimer wasn't able to do it. It was good to see Grimer out there, actually. So
it was a great bit of play, and it wasn't a bad kick either. It probably just had to sit up just a little bit more for Grimer to get a better leap at it. But it's a great bit of play there.
It was a great bit of play. They almost went coast to coast there, Strathmore. So and the mark almost taken by Grimer, and it's good to see him back out there as Keilor take the kick in now. They'll be looking to go coast to coast themselves as Bathy's led all the way up to half back to take that mark. The kick was a bit of a wobbler, and Hellawell just slapped it towards a teammate. It worked out okay in the end because Hellawell gets it back. So that was some Dustin Martin stuff there with the fend off. He kicked inboard to the ruckman in Ty, who just fumbled with it at ground level before getting a handball out to Stapleton. And now his kick is out wide to that man, Purcell.
So Purcell takes the mark in front of his bench, and he goes along the boundary line and hits up his teammate in Cusack. So Cusack on the boundary line in front of the Strathmore faithful. Right, next to Dale May, he's going to go inboard and find Ty. So Ty, this is all happening about 60 metres out from goal. Umpire calls play on. Stands there, goes on the left then after faking the handball. And I'm not sure whether he meant it or not, but he found a target inside forward 50. Still might be a little bit too far out to score.
He's going to have a shot.
He is going to have a shot, in fact. So he's just in front of, or at the cricket nets, to give you some idea of where this ball will be coming from. It'll be a good 50-metre kick. It's just going to set it up. It's not going to make the distance. Big pack forms. And Andrew Brown, he was the first man in line. There were 10 behind him, and no one got a fist to it. He took a nice contested mark, played on, and then chipped it over the top. Dangerous kick to Bathy, who couldn't take the mark. Horn gathers, chips it short. Umpire called play on, not 15, to Chichilla. Tackled immediately. He's going to be pinned for holding the ball. He slipped over, made no attempt. Free kick to Keilor inside defensive 50.
Well, he probably had enough time to have a shot himself, Horn, but did the unselfish thing, but the kick just didn't hit the target, and Chichilla was caught holding the ball there. I think it was Dylan Joyce laying the tackle. So that's good leadership there from the skipper as he kicks towards Andrew Brown, who's still in the back pocket. He's just going to set this one up to the wing. Putt's going to be the flyer for Keilor. He almost, took it by accident in the end, but the ball's off hands at ground level, and Strathmore players gang tackled by 3 Keilor players, and it's going to be a ball up on the wing here as McIntosh gets that one down, but we're going to have another stoppage as we're just about 24 and a half minutes played second quarter, so there can't be too long left in the first half here at Lebanon Reserve. Strathmore will be looking to get another goal on the board as they've been able to tighten this game up since quarter time. Well, I think it was a 7-point margin at quarter time. I think it might have been paused. So they've done well to restrict Keilor this quarter.
Yeah, they have at the moment. So hopefully they can keep it up and keep this a close one. Brown got the kick out of the ruck and hitting up Bathy, who's been a good target up the ground so far today, is just running out of real estate. There was Cusack for Strathmore, who was about to get a kick away and couldn't quite keep that ball in place. So we'll have another boundary throw in. Again, all of this happening right next to Mick McGuire and his men. Just up from the van as an umpire has found a free kick off the ball for High. It's going to go the way of Papalia. So, bit of discipline issues there for Halliwell. So, Papalia, centre wing, chips it over the top. He's going to find his teammate there in Gordis. Gordis swings onto the left, goes long inside 50. He's going to find Galea, who's made front position, couldn't take the mark. Well defended there by Strathmore, and now they are away through defensive 50 on the bounce. Takes the ball is Bramley. Goes short. Still inside defensive 50. No. Out of bounds on the full. Went too wide. Free kick to Keilor. They can reload.
Yeah, that could prove to be a costly turnover pause late in this second quarter as a long ball comes in. There were flyers from all comers, but the ball is eventually fisted over for a behind. It's Keilor moving to 6-5-41, and they're leading Strathmore by 8 points, and they are 5-3-33. As it looks like Van Meel to take the kick in. He's just going to go short to the pocket, where Arrow Smith will take the mark. And, well, all the long options are covered by Keilor, so he's going to have to switch play. And he does. He takes a bounce in the defensive goal square, looks to go across as there's a bit of off-the-ball action going on in front of the commentary box. I'll get you to keep an eye on that one, Pause. Just see what's going on there as the ball is on the outer wing now, and it's over the line.
Not much going on with that one. Just 4 players just holding on to each other's jumpers. So it's really not much happening on
not too
on
much.
that. The umpire's just over there having a word to him, separates them all. Dean Gallagher involved. He enjoys that kind of stuff. So back to the play. Keilor, they get the clearance. Good tackle there. Could have been dispossessed. Was. Free kick to Strathmore. Centre half back. He'll want to get up quickly, otherwise it could be a 50-metre penalty. The umpire's giving him 1, 2 warnings, and eventually Chiller gets the ball. So he'll go inboard, find O'Loughlin. Inside the centre square, he's going to go short, outer side, just taking it before it hits the ground. That there was Rule. Rule went wide by hand, stripped of it, but then went back and got it, was Yakabuchi. Yakabuchi got round 1, gave it over the top, back to Rule, gave it back to Yakabuchi. Then he chipped it, wasn't quite a target, or didn't quite hit the target, and now Keilor they're away, and they've got one man out wide. He's got to hit the target. Does. Takes it on the 4th, 5th. No. Umpire said didn't pay it. And then could have given away the free kick was Gordis. Although umpire said play on. And now Strathmore through Cusack. Went to give a handball. Eventually got the kick away. Along the ground. Just dribbles it along. And now Ogden runs onto it for Keilor. And he sprints away. Runs his full measure. Delivers inside 50 to Galea. But Arrow Smith, he's done it for a long, long time. Just cuts that one off. And now Strathmore, they'll rebound out of defensive 50.
They certainly will. Pause as Arrow Smith got it out to Nathan Lyons, but he's turned it over with the kick. And now it's Cartelli, just defensive side of the centre square for Keilor, who has the ball. He's going to go back and find Tanner. They look content to possibly just see out this second quarter with an 8-point lead, the Blues, as they're able to hit up Bathy on the wing, who, as Pos said before, has done well creating a target leading up the ground. His kick is long. He's looking for Gordis. Oh. That's a strong mark. That's a very strong mark from David Gordis, and he immediately gets onto that left boot. He can kick it a long way. We know he can. Galea will fly, but he wasn't able to take it, and the ball's going to end up over the line. And
Galea made space on his opponent and was leading out to the pocket there, and Gordis put it up. So had he lowered his eyes, he would have seen Galea in a bit of space there and could have just hit him up on the chest with a nice 30-metre pass.
Well, he did well to almost get there in the end. Galea made up some ground as we've got a shot on goal here from the stoppage, and it's through, and that's an important goal for Keilor late in the first half. That's going to take them out to a 14-point lead. It's 7-5-47 to 5-3-33. And it was Kane Barbudo putting that one through. So, well, that could be a really important goal with the siren probably going any minute now, Poz.
Yeah, really important and a good stoppage there. They got that loose number along the boundary and they were able to get the handball out to him and managed to snap it over his shoulder under a fair bit of pressure there. So, handy one for Keilor. They're now 14 points clear as we are about to tick over to the 30th minute. McIntosh went to ground in the ruck and Keilor. They might be able to get another clearance, although cut off this time by Chichilla. He's got the running and there goes the siren. He was run down just as the siren went. So half-time, it is an interesting game so far. It is Strathmore 5-3-33. Keilor 7-5-47. It's a 14-point lead to Mick McGuan and his men here at Lebanon Reserve.